On loan from Jack's RC Recycle and Repair, that will be Mr. Sean Larman. I've got the Redcat Piranha. Now this is an entry-level two-wheel drive truck. And Sean did say that when I'm done with the review, once I do the drive part and all that, he will sell this for $100. His email is down below. Make sure you check that out. Guys, let's get to the table. And here it is. Check this thing out. Now I want to show you guys the tire size. They're about 4 inches. About 4 inches or so there. Now the body obviously is a Lexan body. Take this off, you can look underneath it. It looks like other two-wheel drive buggies. Simple two-wheel drive or two-wheel drive 2S. Oh look, that came off. A brushed ESC, we got a brushed motor right back here. Simple pop-on style ball ends, not the typical bolted on ones like I usually see. Plastic shocks. The springs are, oops, sorry about that, getting in the camera. Could possibly use some oil. Kind of runs out of oil about right there. I'm pretty sure these are emulsion shocks. Yeah, they all run out of oil about right here. I'm sure once you bounce it around a little bit, the oil will make its way all the way up and it'll get all frothy goodness up in there. All right. Looking at this thing here, we got metal dog bones in the back. That's a good thing. Let's open up this. With the cover off, there obviously is no slipper at all. And it feels really stiff here. It also uses Phillips head bolts. There's a lot of rolling resistance right here. Let's dig into that. Okay, so the motor is backed off now. There is a lot of resistance in the transmission. Now, I know this thing has bushings, but that is, hopefully you guys can see. Now the motor itself, yep, resistance on that as well. Since this is on loan from Sean, Jack's RC Recycle and Repair, I'm a little hesitant to open this thing up, but I just got to. Let's see what's in that transmission. To get this out, you got to take the bolts off right here at the bottom, 4 bolts right here at the bottom of the chassis as well, and there's one right up here that you kind of have to move this out of the way to get to, but that takes it right on loose. And here are the dog bones. With the motor out of the way, all I'm going to do is split this off right here because I want to see what's inside of this thing. And it's got a mixture of 2.5mm hex wrench and another Phillips head screw right there. Okay, so here we are. Let's see. They do have some thread lock on the motor plate. That's a good thing. Let's get this to open up. Here we go. Hopefully that pushes. Well, I guess this is going to come out with it, aren't it? Isn't it? All right, that's fine. Okay, this is actually pleasant to see here. Holy moly. We got an aluminum, hopefully it's hard anodized, idler gear. A steel gear right here. That's nice to see. Really nice to see. I wasn't expecting that. Got ball bearings down here. Very nice. I also see some shiny where it's got a little bit of grease. Look, more bearings. So the transmission is loaded with bearings. That's very nice to see. I was not expecting that. I was expecting to see bushings and plastic everywhere. But you know what? I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, look. This is metal too. It's got a metal lower gear to it. Okay. Pretty sure that's metal. Well, I'm impressed. This was a pleasant find. Was not expecting to see this in the transmission. Now, Sean did say he would sell this one for $100 after I finish up the review. Get a little bit of Exoplex dirt on it. So I figured I might as well give you guys some utter butter. The motor does have quite a bit of bushing resistance to it. You can oil the bushings, but then they'll just collect more junk. So I'm just going to put it back in. Bushings in the rear hubs. Let's see. There's definitely some resistance there. Let's see what size these are. And here are your bushings. Let's measure these things. Now let's go ahead and measure this thing out. We got a 6mm inside diameter. So it's a 6 by 12 by 4, which means the axle shaft is actually a 6mm axle shaft. That is awesome. And yeah, I'm off a little bit on my calipers, but wow. 6 by 12 by 4, a 6mm axle. That's actually kind of beefy. So now that we've seen all that, I want to show you something else. And I'm not sure what their thought process was, but that's your bearing right there. And in here, I'm not going to be able to show you guys this, but there's also a slot right there where you can actually see the differential turn. That's interesting. But anyway, we're going to go and put this back into here, bolt this down, put the dog bones back in, and then we're going to mess with the front. So after being pleasantly surprised with the transmission, I mean, legit, did not expect to find metal gears, bearings in there, especially after seeing the shocks, you know, kind of being really low on oil. That was a nice surprise back there. Also, the 6mm axle shafts back here. That was also a nice surprise. Now let's look at the front end of this thing. We have a metal spring servo saver right there, as you can see. Yep, it's definitely giving. In this bag, we have transmitter batteries and the manual. And the front of it. When you got to push this down to see all the camber change. Now, I'm on a grippy surface with a table. You won't notice this on the dirt. But there is quite a bit of camber change. And there are some adjustments. You could possibly lower this right here to reduce the camber change. In the back, this thing needs shock oil. And in the back, it's the same setup. Watch this. And again, on the dirt, you're not going to notice that. The battery they send with it is a 2000 milliamp 7.2 volt nickel metal hydride. The transmitter is an XR 2.4 by Redcat Racing. Neat. It's kind of small, but I can drive one-handed with it, so that's actually a good thing. Definitely meant for a smaller hand. There's your trim right there. It's on. Transmitter is on. Well, that was neat. Okay. Wow. Wow, that was not very mild. That was actually pretty nice. What the heck? That thing instantly jumps up there. I was not expecting that. Hang on. Oh, I gotta try this. Was not expecting that. Ah, there we go. That's a little better. That's a little more what I expected. But again, high traction surface right here. I bet you on the dirt, this thing's gonna kick. All right. And the final part of this is to put the wing on this thing, because I haven't done that yet. Let's see here. I think the wing is going to make it look so much better. Come on, there we go. Can't even see what I'm doing here. What's up, guys? There we go. Get that into there. Okay. Now it looks more like a truggy. All right. Well, there you have it. I didn't really want to open up the transmission, but I'm glad I did. Very surprised. Surprised that it's beefy enough that really all it needs are bearings front and back, and you're good to go. So I think it might be able to handle a mild brushless, but we'll have to find out later. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and end this up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what you saw. I got to show you a little bit about it. And time for me to get outside and do the drive. Guys, catch you later. Guys, you made it to the end. That's so awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out exocagedrc.com, the affiliate links. Guys, it really makes a difference. But you know what? You made it to the end. You are champions. Telling you what, guys, can't do it without you. So I want everybody to have the greatest day they could possibly ever have. Thank you, guys.